Hey, welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about CX and stuff. And we do it in a hyper caffeinated state because frick it. Today, we're going to be reading an article called Cancel the Cost Center Culture in Customer Service by Max Ball, almost said Bell, that is from Forrester.com, which is a really cool site. Some of it's behind a paywall, but you can't have everything in this world, I guess. This is not behind a paywall. Thank you. And let's just get right into it. In my past 30 years in the contact center industry, he has like 8 years on me. Cool. At organizations such as 8x8, Genesis, IBM, and Ring Central, I've watched the same movie over and over again. Too many contact centers are laboring under the tyranny of being a cost center with schizophrenic goals of making customers happy while doing more with less. Oh, I love that phrase, more with less. The incessant focus on cost savings leads to a reliance on KPIs that oversteer on automation rates and average handle time, which makes contact centers break bad, for lack of a better term. You get what you measure, and all too often we measure the wrong things. For example, one company measured its reps on AHT, average handle time, and aggressively worked to drive handles times down. The result? I'm going to give you guys a second to guess what the result was. Because even though I've already read the article, I already knew what the result would have been as I read. So, you ready? Let's give you 2 seconds here. Poor customer outcomes as a byproduct of trying to fit complex customer interactions into short time windows. A lack of first contact resolution leading to costly repeat calls. Agent frustration driving high turnover. The costs of customer callbacks and increased agent recruitment and onboarding are much higher than any savings that could be gained through shorter calls. All of that is before you get to the cost of the significant impact on customer satisfaction that these issues will surely drive. Companies that are too focused on expense management and that don't invest in the customer experience are going to find themselves falling even further behind their competition with poor customer outcomes and expensive rework and recovery efforts. Well, duh. It's hard to believe that there's some people out there that just don't get that. Yeah, efficiency is awesome. Cost savings are awesome, but there's other ways to save costs. There's one call resolution. That saves costs. Meanwhile, companies are increasing their investments in customer service. And in fact, 66% of service providers report that clients are pausing or cutting down investments towards marketing, demand generation, and advertising, while 62% of their clients are growing their investment toward customer service. Without the right approach, many of these investments will fail over the long run. That's true. Let's see. More and more, customer relationships are the key competitive battleground, and poor customer experience. I love how on even Forrester they say CX. We know what customer experience stands for, or what CX stands for, vice versa, can quickly damage the reputation of your brand. Once customers are disappointed with the brand, only 18% will keep their business with the brand, and only 15% will recommend the brand to friends and family. That's huge. So, contact centers need to look beyond narrow KPIs related to cost containment and take a broad look at the economics of running the contact center. And here are some ways that they can. Okay, so he goes into aligning priorities with a strategic framework, play the game of inches, which is the path to transformative customer engagement, is a series of small, cost-effective steps that add up to a significantly better customer experience. For example, when he calls American Airlines and has a flight later that day, I don't get the standard interactive voice response, IVR. I hate those things. I get asked if I'm calling about my upcoming flight. One quick yes, and I'm in the queue for the right agent who has all my flight information. Leverage your vendors for insight. Okay. Measure the right things. Oh, that's a good one. First contact resolution is an incredibly valuable metric, especially when customers' callback satisfaction plummets and costs skyrocket. This is harder to measure than something as simple as AHT, which is why a lot of companies measure AHT because it's easy. But it's where the rubber really meets the road. Customer satisfaction measurements are another key benchmark for customer service success. We all owe it to our customers, our organizations, and ourselves to look at contact centers through the right lens to provide the best, most cost-effective service. And there's no comments. Sometimes the comments are the best things on this. But there's no comments on this. And because it's something that most people don't want to hear. It's all the time. We hear that call centers, contact centers, customer service centers are cost centers. And one, that's incredibly demeaning to the staff in those centers, right? It's like, well, we have our profit centers, but you are a cost center. You cost us money, and we're going to make your job suck because of it. You will take call after call after call after call while we monitor everything you do because you're costing us money. A contact center, customer service center, call center, whatever, they are value or opportunity centers. They're not cost centers. They bring opportunities and they bring value to your organization. They're not just a cost. What is the ROI on really good, fantastic customer service or customer experience? One second. I'm going to type in ROI because I have an infographic. Okay. The ROI of customer experience. Customer experience pays through a combination of customer retention, increased purchases from existing customers, imagine that, and referrals to new customers. Companies with loyal customers grow more profitably. Is that a word? It's in here, so yeah, I guess it has to be. Through their existing customer base. Consulting company Bain found that increasing customer loyalty by 5% leads to a profitability growth of 25% to 90%. No small reward. That is a huge fucking gulf. 25 to 90%. Okay. All right, dude. The Temkin Group analyzed the financial impact of improving customer experience scores. They found that by increasing CX scores by only 10%, a typical $1 billion company could see increased revenue over 3 years of greater than $800 million. That's a lot of money. Similarly, when looking at CX leaders versus laggards, Forrester found that leaders had an average growth rate of 17% versus 3% for the laggards. Regardless of the source, research consistently shows that CX is a successful growth strategy if done right. If it's done through stupid things such as chatbots or endless IVRs, no, because customers hate those and they only deal with them if they have to or if they can't get through them. I've already covered that on another episode, so I'm not going to do it here. It was one of the espresso shots during customer service week. So, but it's been proven again and again that customers really hate the automated CX solutions. And you know what? So do I. And it's not because they're robots and I'm a Luddite. It's because they're frustrating, they don't work half the time, and I'd rather deal with a person. And I'm not a person that actually calls places, right? I call places if I have to. I would much rather deal with texting or chat if that chat is done by a real person. There's nothing I hate more than waiting on hold after getting through an IVR and then having to repeat all the information I already gave the IVR to the human who hates having to do it too. If you've ever worked in a call center, you know what I'm talking about and you know what I mean. It's frustrating for both parties. IVRs are stupid. IVRs should be like, hey, press 1 if you want sales. Hey, press 2 if you want this. Not enter your account number, either speaking or saying. And then if someone talks in the background, it fucks the entire thing up. It's stupid. You're stupid for having one. And then after you get out of there, there's like an hour wait. Why? Oh, I know. They're going to use COVID as an excuse, even though it was that way before COVID. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway, this has been it. Stop calling your call center, contact center, customer service department a cost center. It's rude, it's demeaning, and it's wrong.